What's up, fellas? So, guys, been asking me this one for a long time, and I'm finally getting around to it because, it don't pertain to a lot of guys. So, guys have been asking me about what's game for good-looking guys. All right, and so I knew only about 10% of guys over here really need this video, so that's why I took my time about making it. All right, but I'm gonna make it right now. All right, so I know the views on this video are gonna be low, but hey, I do what I can. Alright, so for all my good looking guys out there, and I'll even go and throw in another nugget. So just to make this successful guys, or should I say flashy guys, like guys who got nice cars, guys who dress very nice or wear jewelry and got a nice body and all that. So maybe they ain't the most handsome guy in the world, but they very flashy or whatever. So guys with money and good looking guys. All right, right off the bat, and I've had this issue with the good-looking guy, being a good-looking guy, is just relying too much on your physical. All right, same gonna go for guys with money. They gonna tend to rely too much on their car, or the way they dress and shit like that. Turn the TV off. And so the thing with this guys is, y'all guys need to know is right off the bat, you always need to lead with your charisma. I want y'all guys to think about this. Think about two gifted athletes that let's say Vince Carter and Shawn Kemp. Two gifted athletes. Now, they relied a lot. Both of them was very good players, not taking nothing away from them. But they should have been all-time great with the skills they was naturally blessed with their athleticism that they was naturally blessed with. They should have been all-time greats, but they weren't. They weren't like a Kobe. They didn't have the work ethic of a Kobe, Michael, or LeBron. All right, they didn't put the work in, and so therefore they wasn't all-time great. Now they still were great players, but you see what I'm saying? They could have been much greater. So if you're a good-looking guy or a flashy guy with money, you will get ass. All right, if a woman finds you so irresistibly attractive, unless you just a complete goof up, you still will get ass. What I'm telling you to maximize your potential is you have to have the charisma and game with it. Same for my flashy, financially set guys. Do not rely on dressing nice and shit like clothes and shit like that. Always lead with your charisma. All right. That's the number one thing I saw with me as far as being a good looking guy in school. I lost a lot of ass relying on my looks. And, I was masculine, but I would be more humorous. All right, goofy humor. All right, because like I told you guys, I was a comedian and shit like that. And just like a goofy comedian, so I would be masculine, but didn't know that seduction humor is much different. All right, that's when you know how to be seductive. And for you guys that are just having a hard time with that and you don't know how to be seductive and be funny, either you got it or you don't. All right, either you got it. That's just like me trying to tell you guys how to be charismatic on camera. Either you got it or you don't. All right, so that's gonna be a gift. You can work on it and you can improve it to the best of your ability. All right, but either you got it or you don't. If you're a guy and you're not funny, you just don't got it. All right, if all of us are not, the world was not created equal. All of us are not going to be funny. All of us are not going to be able to be seductive and charming. It is what it is. If you have it, I work with a dude at the job, man, and even me with the game I had, he just had it about him. I ain't going to say his name because he probably, don't want to be, so I won't say his name. But all those fine-ass bartenders, they'll be running in the club chasing behind him and shit. And I used to be like, not saying that, that I ain't have my fair share, but he had more of it. You know what I'm saying? And what it was, even with me, I just know I liked to talk to him. He was that charismatic. Even I like to talk to him, and I'm more of an introvert, and I don't really, make friends like that. But even I liked to talk to him. He just had it. I don't like to talk to everybody, but I liked to talk to him. He just had it. He had a good listening ear, whatever the fuck it was. I just, he's just one of the few people I liked to talk to. He was charismatic. He wasn't judgmental. He kept his opinions to himself. He never had nothing negative to say, whatever the case may be. And so Some people just have it. All right, it is what it is, guys. But if you're a good-looking guy, flashy guy, do not rely. Now, another thing you're gonna also notice for if you're a good-looking guy is you're gonna scare away a lot of insecure women. If you're a good-looking guy, or even if you're a very successful guy, and now if you're a successful guy and you low-key with it and you're not really that flashy, that's a different story. But if you're a flashy guy and you got a Lamborghini and you wear all these nice, expensive clothes and shit, anything that women sees that's gonna attract a lot of other women, they don't want to deal with that competition. See, women don't want no guy who ain't got nobody. But some women don't want a man that got a bunch of women that's chasing behind him either. All right, they don't want a dude that got that many options, maybe 2 or 3 options. They don't want somebody that they got to be fighting, 20 chicks to fucking keep his attention. All right, so understand that a lot of women that are very insecure, you're gonna turn them off. And the main reason why you're gonna turn them off, guys, is let me tell you why you're gonna turn them off. A man with a lot of options is not going to do a lot of the shit that even the typical man that has a few options is going to do. Men that have a lot of options, guys, like if you're a man with a lot of options and a woman flake on a date, it's a very good chance you just done with her. And you just done with her. Not 2 or 3 weeks, even if she hits you back up in 2 or 3 weeks. A dude with a lot of options be like, man, my time is so pressed and limited. I don't have time to be making plans for somebody who's gonna flake on me, and plus I got other girls that's beating down my door. I gave you opportunity. They ain't gonna go through they ain't gonna go through all the trouble of telling you this, by the way. They just ain't gonna fuck with you. But a dude with a shitload of options, even if a woman contact him after she flaked 2 or 3 weeks, he won't even try to reschedule or invite her over, and then he got too many options. See, when women deal with guys like that, they know that. A man with a lot of options, any little thing he on to the next, he has too many options. All right, and I'm not telling you guys to do that, man. This is for guys who have a shitload of options. All right, the game is the game. You still can fuck these type of women. I'm talking about guys who have a shitload of options. All right, so that's the thing with that. Very insecure women don't like to fuck with them because they have too many fucking options. All right, especially if you very flashy also. All right. So that's the thing. That's what I've noticed about me myself. Have been good. Didn't respect the quality of my charisma. Led too much with my physical and not enough with my game and charisma. All right. And I had another. I've been getting this question a lot, and I probably should have been answered it. So I'm gonna go answer it now because since me getting on YouTube and telling guys my story, everybody want to relocate their ass to different parts of the country and shit like this. I had one guy who emailed me not too long ago and wanted to come up here, and he from down south. He ain't the first. I done had like 10 guys over the course since I've been on YouTube who wanted to relocate. And so I wanted to get them the good and the bad of this shit right here. First off, you need to ask yourself why you want to relocate. All right? Because relocating won't fix your problems. More than likely, guys, wherever you at, you can succeed there if you put your mind to it. I could have been successful in Alabama if I would have put my mind to it. All right. When I came up here, it took all my safety net away. I had no family to rely on, so I had to get it. All right. Back home, got my sister, got my aunties, got my other family. You got a little safety net. You got a little something that so ain't that big of a deal. Up here, no, I had to go. I had to go. All right, so I had to get it. Came up here, started doing the security work, then got inspired to do the training, changed my life around and shit like that. But did you notice what I said? I came up here and I did security work. Did you get that? So I relocated, but didn't much change. I just relocated. That's all. That's all. I was already in New York like 4 years before I finally decided to get on my fucking passion and follow my passion and purpose. Didn't that change? See, if you coming up here to New York or you going to California or Texas or you go any big state and you thinking the state gonna save you, only you can save you. I came up to New York and I still wasn't making shit. So New York couldn't save me. I had to save me. And I decided to save myself like 4 years after I got up here. But didn't then change. So I was struggling up here. I still was broke up here until I decided to take action. In actuality, I didn't have to come to New York to do that. I could have did that in Alabama. All right? So it don't matter, guys, if you want to change states, this, that, and the other. It don't really fucking matter. I don't give a fuck if you go to Alaska. I don't give a fuck where you go. If your mindset hasn't changed, won't nothing change. If you ain't willing to get a skill, get an education or a trade or something like that, won't much change. If you right now and you in Mississippi and you think that you gonna move your ass to New York and New York gonna save you, think again. Think again. Your ass will be worse off if you ain't willing to do one of those things to improve your life. Look into truck driving, personal training, or whatever. You ain't gotta move your ass to New York or California to do that. All right, now let's be real. It's some markets like personal training and acting and things like that New York or California or something like that is a bigger market to do that. It's no denying that. But most of you guys ain't talking about coming up here being no fucking personal trainer. And most of you guys ain't trying to be no fucking actors. You coming up here to be an electrician. You can be an electrician where you at. All right? So the thing, what I'm saying is, if you thinking that you gonna relocate and relocating gonna save your life, think again. Now, if you coming up here and you got a game plan and you gonna get on some kind of path and you gonna pursue something, then it's very worth it. All right, but all I say this is just don't think that this is gonna save your life. All right, now if you are gonna relocate, you need to have some fucking money. Probably at least $10,000, I would think at least $10,000 worth of available credit. All right, because your ass can't come live with me. All right, so you're going to need that. You're going to need something. Don't just come up here on a dream and a star and hoping some shit fall in place. It's not. All right, it's not. That's how I ended my ass up in that basement. Ain't that going to fall from the sky? All right, I got lucky. I got the bouncer job and I was a big dude. I was bigger at the time. I was like 300 pounds at the time. And so, I'm just going about my life. And the guy said, man, you ought to be a bouncer. And told me he had a brother that had his own security company. And that's how I got that shit. So I'm just letting you guys know, New York ain't got no fucking red carpets that gonna roll out when you get your ass here. All right? If you ain't coming up here with a game plan, some kind of skill or something like that to prove, you need a fucking game plan. Let's just put it like that. New York ain't gonna save your ass. All right? So that's the thing on that, guys. If you're thinking about relocating, just have a motherfucking plan. Stop thinking that California or New York or Texas or whatever you thinking of relocating gonna save you. It can't. I was in the basement for 4 fucking years before I decided to change my fucking life, and then that's when it changed. New York didn't change. My mind had to change. All right, guys. Hope I cleared that shit up for any of you guys. But don't be afraid to relocate. I'm not trying to scare none of you guys from relocating. I just don't want you thinking that New York can save you or California can save you. It can't. Only your mindset can save you. All right, guys. Like the video. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. Holla back.